recently, this is probably the most recent news we got here. Cardi B filed for divorce from Offset. There's some files from the actual public records of her. I'll put this on the screen right here. So it's like actually finalized. The divorce isn't finalized, but the filing for divorce has already begun, with Cardi B filing for divorce from Offset. Offset kind of being, it's not like he got surprised the same way Princess Love was surprised when Ray J filed divorce, like she found out in the media the way everybody else did. Offset knew about this. They were speaking about this. There's been problems in the relationship. A lot of the problems stem from Offset's cheating. Although Cardi B said she's not an angel and she's done bad things too. We don't know what those bad things were. We don't know if they're on the level of cheating, but it's hurting a lot of fans because a lot of fans loved Cardi and Offset's relationship, fan of both artists, so they're kind of like in a little place about their relationship. But at the end of the day, it's like if you're in a relationship that's dysfunctional, toxic, full of cheating, it's like you guys are both rich. No one needs to tolerate that shit. No one needs to stay there. There's no power hold of money or whatever. They're both rich. They're both famous. They both have a lot of access to a lot of things. I don't. For me, I look at it. I'm like, okay, you guys are both rich, both famous. I don't know who has more money, but the whole child support and spousal support that's in the file from Cardi B's lawyer, it's like, I don't know. I think they should just co-parent and move along. I feel like when you guys are both rich, there's no point of trying to break the man's bank by having the man pay spousal support and child support if there's like some sort of shared custody with the child. I feel like they should just try to raise and co-parent. I don't feel like all that other shit is necessary, but that's just me. That's coming from a man's perspective. A lot of women will disagree and be like, okay, the woman's entitled to certain money, but they're both rich. It's not harming the child to spend time with Cardi over Offset or vice versa, because they're both going to have access to large mansions and money and all that shit when they're spending time. So I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see more because this filing is just taking place. So I'm not going to jump the gun with all these other details and issues with the divorce, because who knows what will happen at that time. But for the most part, I feel like black men, we need to do better when it comes to creating families. Like, of course, there's a lot of fathers out there that are dedicated black fathers. But really and truly, if we're going to try to have our community compete on the level of other communities and build strong families and stuff, we actually have to build strong families. And that comes with choosing the right woman to have children with. So you're staying with the woman while raising a child and creating a stable family for the child. Because at the end of the day, Cardi and Offset are rich. They have money. They have the means to raise a child, but it's not just about the means. It's about the structure and the household that the child's raised in, so they could kind of try to mimic that for the future generations and have fathers in the household. Because we take, as a black community, we take a problem with a lot of things. We take mass incarceration, drugs, violence, all those crimes that's happening, that taking males away from the women and putting them in jail or killing them or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you have a stable structure, you're not in jail, you're not in prison, you're not getting shot, you're not in the streets. Like, we have to create better family structures moving forward if we want to solve all the problems in the black community. We have to hold a lot of men accountable for this, I would say. Because when we talk about black people doing well in America and the black women are graduating more than any other race and they're doing X, Y, and Z in college and they're living up to certain standards, I feel like black men, we're kind of failing in that regard. You never hear those stats about black men leading the nation in education or anything like that. We always hear that shit about black women. So there has to be a little bit of black male accountability in the shit that we do, going forward. In building our community, we have to be better, stronger men for the women. Speaking of being